we're back. I don't know what episode this is. Is it 12, 13, something
Dude,
like that?
I think it is 12. That's crazy.
We're back with Alli. I didn't ask how you should be introduced. Alli, fine. We won't go deeper than
Alli.
that.
That's
okay,
it.
Cool.
Perfect.
Fair enough. We just came from Town Spa and I saw the what is it? The Keys for Hope? Is that what it is?
Hope. Yeah.
So tell me about that. I know you're involved, whether that's yours or your dad's or what's going on. But
I think it's a mutual kind of family effort. Big shout out to my sister Susie, who works at Town Spa. So if you go in there, give a shout out to her.
Right
She's
on.
taking your order usually at the host station. But yeah, really our mission is to give an outreach opportunity for really anyone, an establishment, personal. So our mission is to recycle keys, house keys and car keys.
Okay.
And we use the scrap metal to support local food pantries.
Amazing.
Kind of amazing, right? I thought the same.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I gotta give credit to my father. He's the big OG, big smoker, and really came up with this idea. He was in the scrapyard industry or had a junkyard, so he kind of understood like commodity of metals.
Yep, absolutely.
And kind of came up with this beautiful epiphany. And keys is what we want to recycle to end hunger. And yeah, if we can kind of keep giving an outreach opportunity for Town Spa people or for Stoughton people or for cannabis people, we want to be the initiative, people buy into and support.
Right.
That's awesome.
So I see the booth popping up at a couple different conventions I bumped into you at. So where does that tie into the cannabis community?
Yeah, I gotta give another shout out to. So I entered the medical space. So I was working for an RMD for like 16 months, 18 months. And sorry, I'm holding on to that joint for a while.
You brought it, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you. And I was working at a dispensary, and I had an opportunity to create an outreach opportunity for our employees or just technically the patients that were coming in to actually give back to too. And they gave me this chance to promote my foundation, which was unbelievable, and people gravitated towards it, which I was stoked about because I believe in it so much.
Right.
And then we got attraction from a couple of the RMDs. I believe we're part of 6 out of the 19 that are operating right now. So if you're a patient in Massachusetts, you can go support my foundation. And when you go pick up your medicine, you can go drop a key, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's dope.
That is cool.
And what we do with that is you can technically give back to the town of your choice. Technically, but right now we're just kind of collecting to make a huge awareness and a huge promotion about what we got going on.
That's awesome.
A give back opportunity.
Right.
Everyone should give back.
Right.
Absolutely.
We've
You should
been
talk
on the
to
same wave.
You should talk to the Clips and see if they let you use Keys Open Doors.
I want
that song?
DJ.
Yeah, I know.
I want everyone.
Keys Open Doors.
Exactly.
Keys Open Doors.
Exactly.
That would be dope.
And I have to thank you for that because I also have a brother, Drew Green, who's in the music industry. He's always dropping keys, always beats, and we always say to him, if everyone can drop a key, drop a beat, they can do this, They
Right.
can definitely do this.
Be
I know
careful
your
in hip
brother
hop telling
actually-
everybody to drop keys because you never know what you're gonna get.
That's
somebody
fine, I'm
Somebody might
okay.
become like, you know what? I just got like 500 of these. I'm just gonna drop one off for charity. You know what I mean? I'm like that. I love my city.
It is.
I gave him a bird. You know what I mean? I love the city.
I was
is-
actually I
Bird
bumped
for the city.
your brother. Speaking of your brother, I was
Want that little piece?
I was in LA like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, and yeah, probably 3 years ago now, and dude flaked on the studio time we had booked, and I called him last minute, and he came through in the clutch.
I am so thankful you just called him out right now because I think that just is accountability is the best thing. Accountability.
Oh no, he didn't flake. Someone else flaked, and he saved the day. I called him last minute.
I apologize,
Yeah,
Drew.
no.
Wow, man.
No, he saved. Yeah, exactly. So someone else flaked on us, and I called him.
I don't
'cause
know
knew
your
he was
brother,
in
but
the
he better
area.
stay
You know what I mean?
focused.
He was in the area, and he goes, "Yo, like, hey, I got you. Just come through." And he's, it worked for us.
Good.
We brought Daylight by that fucking the studio. It was Daylight and Token did a song in there, and
That's
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just actually got a new spot, a new studio. He's been putting on a cool 420. It's called the Green Room, where he promotes underground artists. He basically collabs with like 4 or 5 different artists, brings them together to make one big concert. And they do their thing. It's cool.
I know he's a big weed head too. Yeah.
He loves his cannabis.
So we were everywhere. People
What
that
do,
smoke weed are everywhere.
I got so many questions for you because I'm so interested. What did you do before? You said you were working where before the foundation?
I was working at Netta, so in Brookline.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that was cool.
And what were you doing?
I
Like-
was a bud tender. It was technically called a PSA, a patient service associate. And we would recommend and kind of understand why you came into our dispensary. And we can give you the best strain that matches like your elements, all of the above.
Right.
Yeah.
It must have been the most fun job.
Yeah, it seems like a good.
That
thing.
was the
Like,
most
as a job.
that was
like,
the most fun job. I've never
Do you
seen
get stoned and go?
I gotta probably tell, I gotta be honest. I smoked every single day on that job. Every single
Yeah,
day.
you smoke every single day on every
Be-
job.
I did.
I didn't
I
realize
thought that's
that.
what work was.
No, but I didn't realize that there was, so much leeway within our company because they understood. They understood that, like, us as patients, we were all patients who worked there too.
Yeah.
After we worked our shift, we were picking up the medicine ourselves.
Yep.
So we understood every strain effect to be like, oh, hey, that OG Kush is going to be great because it's a 50-50 hybrid and it's going to make you go from, up to down or down to up, whatever the element is. It's crazy.
I just got real shiny.
Right, yeah, you did.
get
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm bright white.
That's an interesting shirt.
This is from our keto night.
Okay.
With the Mass Cannabis Chefs. I don't know what.
Oh, sweet.
over here.
Yeah.
Mass Cannabis Chefs did a keto night. Ketosis. I don't know if you know about it. I don't.
What is keto?
So
Keto is
it's
a diet,
It's a
right?
diet where
Oh,
you can only eat like. So basically, you stop taking in carbohydrates, so your body shifts where it burns. Instead of burning sugar and carbohydrates, it starts burning fat for energy.
Okay.
So you eat a high fat diet. So
Okay.
it's like lots of bacon, lots of.
Are you on it?
No.
Are you on
I'm
it?
on
No,
the
but
Okay.
a good
Stone
friend of
eat
ours who
junk
hosted
food.
the dinner is on it, and that's
Okay.
why. So
And he's been having.
How does
great-
he look?
he just lost 50 pounds in the last
Oh,
like 2
he's
He's
months.
lost a bunch of weight, and he said that his mind is clearer.
That's-
Because I mean, at the end of the day, like the not to get too crazy into this, but like everybody knows, the wheat that we're ingesting is not normal wheat.
Okay.
It's modified, and the way it's modified is it adds more protein than it should actually have.
Okay.
So when you see people that are like gluten free, the reason that they're gluten free is because their body, that's too much for their body. You know what I mean? And that's not.
I
like
have
a-
this
She's
conversation
smirking.
I'm smirking because I have this conversation all the time. I really do. And I think it's great. I just never can
Technical difficulties that cut out when we started talking about Tom Brady doing steroids. So where were we?
Nobody ever said that here. That was not. We're high.
That's
We're obviously high.
yeah. So
So hormone replacements. That's what we were talking
we're
about.
talking right.
Um,
What kind of show is this?
hormone replacement show.
This is ridiculous.
Our guest
I love
understands.
Right. She gets it. You're
She
like the
gets
most
it.
comfortable person that's been here yet.
Right.
Everyone else always
She's the only
like.
one telling us the truth.
Right?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. This has been fun.
Are you having fun?
I am.
That's what this
Is that a
about.
backwood?
It's a Fronto leaf.
It's okay.
It's
So
a fancy backwood.
I've been, kind of associated with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they've been obviously around at the shows and
Yeah.
amazing crew. Just gonna
Yeah,
say
they
that.
came by,
Gave me so much free
Shit.
leaves. Just I don't really roll them,
Yeah.
I
I'll
tried
take 'em.
the other
but
day.
I
I'm not
appreciate
good
I
at it.
appreciate them. I do.
Yeah, they sponsored a couple of things I did. I've done some photo shoots for them.
Okay.
And they not last year, but the year before, I have a big barbecue every year. And 2 years ago, they came by with like a box, like hundreds of leaf.
Good.
And they hung out all day,
Good.
had some beers and food and
Good.
stuff. It was cool.
Good.
They're real good people, yeah. We're actually in talks with them a little bit too. I just saw them at the convention as well. a
Are
couple
they
weeks ago.
just big in the East Coast?
Yes,
Okay.
they're not really. Well, as far as I know, like I've had people move from down, like up here to Florida, and then ask me where to get it because they know
Okay.
like I'm associated with, and I'm like, oh, they're not out there, and they're just like order online. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
we need to get a better system. And
I like that though. I like that.
Yeah, it could be.
I think so. I'm trying to think back. I went to from Dutch's the green leaves back in the day because
Yep,
they
the
were.
green leaves are the best. The Garcia
Like-
Vegas,
Yeah,
especially.
I can't find them, and it's funny because my older brother Justin was telling me all about it and whatever. It just gave me a throwback.
The
But then
the
I went
tubes
to
when you're getting fancy.
yes, seriously, I haven't seen them though.
Getting real fancy at the Garcia Vegas. They turned into games. They rebranded.
So
they
that's-
bought game
yes.
and then rebranded as games. And
How do
now-
you feel about games?
I smoke them.
Me too. Okay, good.
I smoke them. I do the silvers,
Okay,
or like I like the ones that are more tobacco flavored.
okay.
I feel like the ones that have like too many like fruity tastes get me
Yeah.
headaches.
You know, I do this new thing where I just take the leaf off. Sometimes like I'll use maybe a little if I need it to patch something up, but
Yep.
I'll definitely get the sweet greens. So
Sweet greens. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they have the black cherry one recently.
Yep, I saw that.
I like that.
I did see that. And I think I was into Swisher Sweets for a little bit, but then they got too little. I couldn't roll anything in them.
I feel like I only smoke swishes when I'm in the South.
Okay, interesting. All right.
The
I
only
know.
time I
I
ever
hate
smoke
those things.
swishes.
You do?
Yeah, I hate switches.
They don't have Dutches.
I
in the
sent
South.
someone to the store for blunts, and we were on vacation somewhere, and they came back with
All
them.
right,
and
I
was
won't.
pissed.
I won't ever do it.
I did a show in Connecticut one time, and we after the show we ended up going. We were at this party at the after party, and my buddy was like, "You want to see where they grow Dutch Masters?" Yup. So we drove like an hour to go to the Dutch Master farm.
Why?
I don't know. In retrospect, I feel like I could have had a lot more fun at the party.
That's interesting.
Oh, so you said you just bought a press, and you made the, or this is yours?
That is mine. Ralph, my father, the OG, had a beautiful like pharmaceutical fucking carver press. I don't even know. He had it in his warehouse, and we just got introduced to the application that the heat and the pressure produces beautiful solventless shit that's terpy and flavorful.
Yep, it smells
And
delicious.
yeah, so this is actually my homegrown shit. I was very proud of it. It's like cured maybe 4 or 5 days, and it's terpy as shit. So let me
That's
know how you
awesome.
enjoy it.
Will do.
So when did you harvest this?
I harvested it maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was hung, dry, cut, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so exciting.
So exciting.
So exciting.
Yeah, it's very fresh. So I'm excited to get it out to the people.
Right. It's so cool that you can give this to me right here, and we can tell everybody, and it's perfectly fine.
Of
It's all
course,
fine. Isn't
that's
that crazy?
just the gifting of this beautiful plant, and I love that.
Isn't it still weird though with the
I still
microphone
feel
in
like
your
I'm.
face?
Yeah, I still feel like I'm doing something wrong. You know?
This is, but I've never really talked about cannabis live like this. So
Really? Cool.
yeah,
Wow.
So-
So it's the first
Awesome.
time.
yeah.
for us.
So this is like a new platform that I appreciate too.
Oh, it's fun. We
yeah,
like
it's-
just.
this is
yeah.
great.
It is a
We
lot
both
of fun,
just
right?
said that's fun at the exact same
Right.
time. You know why? Because all we care about is having fun.
True.
That's
It's
all we want to
true.
do is have fun. That's our number one question to people when they come on. Are you having fun?
Absolutely.
Did you have a good time?
I want to know
Do
when
you
I
like
can come
space?
back.
Do you like space?
We reference obscure YouTube videos that no one's ever seen
Do
too.
you remember this video from 2004?
Of just a random kid skateboarding in whatever city that was. That shit was too funny.
Oklahoma.
Oh man.
That's gonna be one of the next states that kind of accepts everything cannabis.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, I think
They
so.
might- They have a lot of farmland.
I,
A lot of tornadoes. People
Okay.
lose money. That's bad news.
right,
But I feel
indoor
like-
grows.
I think that when you see, whoa, what just happened? Oh, I feel like when you see these like farm states start really embracing cannabis,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna start seeing like really good, well-grown American cannabis.
Totally.
American cannabis.
American fucking cannabis, bros.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm in the process of getting an adult use cultivation license right now with the crew. We just went through getting our LLC with our lawyer, who's unbelievable and super communicative.
Communicable?
Is that the
I
word?
don't know. I'm not quite
Whichever.
sure. Don't quote me on
He
that.
just is very accessible at all times, which is great. So that's very useful for us. I've never filled out an application before, but we can't fill it out because they're not open yet. Not until May 1st.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm good with that. Thank you.
Sure. Why not? I'm here.
So the process is wild.
Yeah. I've
and anyone
heard.
going through it, have the right team.
Is there a pre-enrollment or can you? Are there certain people who
You
have been?
can
Yeah.
right
'cause
now. It's,
certain people got that, and I talked to somebody who did. I think one of the guys from High Tide actually.
the economic empowerment
Mm-hmm.
categories open, and then the RMDs are like already grandfathered in basically. Which
If they want to be.
which a lot of them,
Some of them don't.
which I think is great. They should
Yeah.
stick to the medical lane.
I feel like if that's what you want to do, I feel like you should be able to do that.
I agree.
And I feel like I feel like you're gonna have a completely different. It's gonna become like you see, like the English language breaks up through regions. I think you'll see cannabis as an industry split in two, and you'll see like the rec side will be a whole. It'll be like shit like us, you know. And on the other, and then the other side, you're gonna have people in coats that are doing like lab tests.
I
and
agree.
stuff.
I agree.
And we're gonna take videos of them and call
We're
them
good.
nerds.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna make fun of them, and then
Fucking nerds.
thanks for all your hard work, fucking nerds.
I do gotta say, part of Netta, I was introduced to, I think his name's like Raphael Meshulam. He's from Israel. He's the founder of the THC compound.
Wow.
Yeah. Old motherfucker.
Yeah,
Old.
that's crazy.
Beautiful,
He's
beautiful guy. But like for me to be in a presence of something that like I love
I
so
just picture him
dearly.
as Tom Brady. Old, beautiful guy. Oh, he's Tom Brady. Invented THC. That's amazing.
We start rumors over here too. That's what we do.
Fun fact, everybody. Tom Brady invented THC.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah, it's true.
It is.
Just reassure that real quick.
You just created a fact.
Isn't there the goat? Like, isn't there a strain called that?
And he's got his own weed strain.
No, not Tom
Oh.
himself, but
But yeah,
Do you think he does secretly? Do you think his money is just like everywhere?
absolutely. He
Right?
doesn't
Why
even
would
know
he?
where his money is.
Yeah, he has no idea.
right.
I don't know actually. I don't know what
Yeah.
even I would do with so much money like that.
Yeah, it's wild. I know what Bobby would do.
What?
He'd just move off the grid and have a farm.
I would. I'd be so happy. I'd be like George Washington.
Be like the
I would
dude
be like,
from
I just wanna
Pop
be
Star.
a farmer. Everybody leave me alone.
What's the
I
character's
just want to
name?
be a farmer. That's it. Leave me be.
I'm growing wheatgrass.
All right.
I'm also growing snap peas,
Nice.
sweet peppers,
Awesome.
and I think that's it, which is fun.
Very fun.
So cool.
Gardening's
Under LED
awesome.
lights,
Gardening's
Yeah.
awesome.
doing their
That's
thing.
crazy.
Do you have space for chickens? You should get some chickens.
I live with my parents. Probably not.
Do they have space for chickens?
Yeah, but they probably wouldn't allow it.
Fair enough.
I know.
Oh.
I could.
Yeah, I
What
pull
would be?
into his
what-
house. The first thing he says, "Don't hit my chickens."
That's
Don't
awesome.
hit my cats. Don't hit my
So,
my kids. Don't hit my chickens.
what do they provide
I don't
for
think
you?
you mentioned the
The
kids.
chickens?
Mm-hmm.
Eggs.
Okay.
Upon eggs. Upon eggs. I always forget them, but I owe
Yeah.
him like 6,000 dozen.
Yeah, it's been about
In like 6 months.
yeah 6 months of consecutive Wednesdays. He's forgot.
I have like a new batch of chickens.
Yeah, those
Still,
chickens
that's-
aren't even alive anymore.
I ate the chickens.
That's how long it's
I'll
been.
probably show up with one of the chickens. Like, whatever. Here you go. It's a chicken.
So, do they become your pets?
They become my kids' pets.
Okay, but
Um,
okay, go
I
ahead.
feed them.
Mm-hmm.
My wife feeds them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get fed.
Yeah. Good.
No, they have like a nice. I built them a home.
Yeah.
I built them a home.
But you
All
don't
the
have-
stray cats outside have homes too.
No, my cat.
I'm just fucking with
lives
you.
in my home as well. Everything has a home.
But you don't have the
Has
attachment
a home.
like a puppy.
I mean, if I knew that my puppy in about 3 to 4 years was gonna be dinner, then I would have the same attachment I do.
I couldn't even think of that.
Dude, that's insane.
I just
A furry little thing.
what, a puppy? I'm not eating puppies. It's not South Korea. I'm not eating puppies.
Oh.
Gotta point the finger somewhere, Bobby. Don't you?
Dude, how crazy. My buddy was in South Korea, was stationed there, and he was like, dude, you go and you pick your puppy like you pick a lobster. I'm like, oh, I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I don't
Isn't that
like
crazy?
this.
No, I don't like that.
I
at
don't
all.
like it either.
Everybody's mad.
I'm not about this.
Don't
No,
fucking
she
talk
turned
about
it back on you.
it. Just turn their backs on me. I'm not saying I'm looking to eat a puppy.
It's funny because before you got here, you asked me what I would do with a lot of money, and I said probably something for dogs. Like, didn't I say
You
that?
did,
Like,
yes.
And,
And
this
here he is
you
talking
hear
about
it
it.
180 degree right now. No, not happy.
yeah. See,
about
we're
it.
different
I'm not
people.
like advocating for eating puppies.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just
We
saying-
heard what you said.
I said that if my relationship with my puppies was the same as my relationship with
I
my
ap-
chickens,
No, I heard.
I would
I'm just
treat
kidding.
them the same.
I do appreciate the clarity.
Very
Thanks.
consistent.
I can.
No matter what I say, whether you
I think
like
it's
it or
great.
not, I'll be consistent with
Good.
it. It's always the same.
Fair enough.
Always consistent. So what do you think about the way? Let's just kind of shift real quick
Yeah,
away
go
from my
ahead.
chickens to something else. What do you think about the way the laws are kind of unfolding in this state?
In what sense?
Like the way that they're being written, the way that they're allowing things, like the restrictions they're putting on it. I mean,
Yeah, fair enough. I've only been a part of maybe a few of the like CCC meetings.
yeah.
But I've been associated with this guy, Will Luzier, who's the political director of the Marijuana Policy Project.
Yep.
And he is like up to date with all compliant, all regulations, and
Yeah.
he's been kind of the liaison for me and my team. And I think it's fine. I mean, I don't see any really red tape. I just think it's very hard. Like for me I don't have funding. I don't have any of this. So I think it's hard for anyone who doesn't have the capital to enter this cannabis space.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think the
yeah.
restrictions are. I think they're fine. I think everyone should follow rules. I really don't know how to follow rules, but I'll follow these rules because I know there's a good reward by benefiting the plant, you know?
That actually leads me to a much better question. How do you feel about rules? Let's talk about those. We do deep interviews here.
Right. We're not big on rules over here.
I just think this is funny because my mom brought this letter out to me. So I played collegiate ice hockey, and we got drug tested because I was part of a state school. So I was a freshman. I love cannabis. I've always loved cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking failed my drug test, and I had to sit out 3 games for, I don't even know. I think the first 18, whatever. I don't know what my penalty was. But then I had to go up for an appeal and basically fight for why cannabis stuck to my muscles. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was something crazy. But I didn't smoke like 4 months before. I don't even know. I just did some bullshit thing to come up with it, and I still had to sit on the bench, which was fine.
So it didn't fly.
So rules, going back to rules. I don't really follow rules, but I know that I have to.
Right on.
Nice. So you're responsible about it, but you're like
Kind of like
fuck
us, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically how we
Yes, and when it comes to compliant,
She's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, as far as everybody here is compliant.
Okay,
100%.
good, of
We're
course.
100% compliant all the time.
Beautiful.
With anything cannabis related, always compliant.
Always.
He said you guys are a good team. He just said that at the same time again.
Always compliant. With that said,
Yes.
I have some things that I don't think are necessarily the best ideas. Like they're restricting the wattage per square foot.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's
there's
22 watts per square foot or something
They-
like that,
they're
depending
cha-
on the license.
they're changing it though.
Are they going to
Yeah,
change that?
and there's so much like
That's insane.
renewable energy that you can really figure out. You really can. So like for example, I'm looking at a piece of property that we're trying to put like hydroelectricity, where we can like sustain basically a lot.
Oh, the technology is absolutely there.
So I think there's ways around it.
Fair enough.
I really do. So
That's a
I
good
don't
call.
think that's really a restriction for people.
We're big on
But as far as capital goes,
I think it sucks. I think it sucks. And like, look at the West Coast, how they made people go from soil to now people are doing hydro, and
Yep.
we all know the hydro yield is you can't compete with it.
well, yeah, because that's what it's about now. Out there.
Yeah. So now, unfortunately, they changed now everyone has to go to LED lights. I think there's a difference.
I think
there's a whole comparison report that kind of sells that LED is okay, effective, and efficient.
I think they're effective and efficient. I just haven't. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the same production as I've seen on HPS. Maybe that's just because that's
Fair
what
enough.
I've seen and that's what I know.
Fair enough.
Or I don't. I feel like they're like not as dense. I feel like they're just not the same.
Fair
like
enough.
The sun's not LED. The sun's
Right.
It's
Right.
the sun.
but yeah, I've definitely seen it's a lot fluffier, and like you said, it's almost like, yeah, why is that because of the lights?
Yeah,
it
it's a lot because of the lights. I would say. I mean,
'cause I
I'm
know
sure there's other
a couple of the
there's other
like,
factors. Okay, so hold on. Every single plant is different because it's a living thing.
well, the girl
So
we
every
checked
single
out that
other
had LED lights was certainly like that, and then
Yeah.
who else brought some? Joe's are LEDs, right?
I think
No,
a lot
maybe.
of people,
No.
they like substitute. They do like a spectrum of both now.
Yeah, I've
with-
seen that too. I forget the name of the company, but there's a company now.
I always
that's,
learn something.
One light is like $1,500 for the light, but it's all LED, and I guess it runs basically the same electric as a 600 watt, but I guess it's the spread of the light is insane, allegedly. I haven't I haven't seen it yet.
I like that.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I like to see it.
$1,500?
I want to see it, but I want to smoke it.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean by see it.
Okay, good. Okay.
I want to see it. I want to break it open. I want to smell
it.
it. I want to see what it sounds like. I want to hear its dreams.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the future with it.
Dude.
Kind of crazy.
And then I want to see what they're made of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I've been also part of this company called Integrated Consulting Group where they build out and design cultivation sites.
That's cool.
This guy, Paul Dean's like a genius. He's like a general contractor that can do his schematic designs and come up with his whole thought process of what your environment can actually be a good canopy for. So it's wild. Yeah. So he's building out from 50,000 square feet facilities to 1 million.
Holy shit.
So he's doing one, I know they're probably proprietary.
That's 1 million square feet is gigantic.
Yeah.
That's really
but
good.
he just knows
just
that.
Filled with cannabis.
Of course.
And they're still running out.
But that's the thing, and that's.
And they're still running out.
I know.
Isn't that awesome?
To a degree. And then I just, I kind of get a little deceitful or I guess discouraged knowing I'm going to grow on a very micro level.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess, that's the level of the play. You do it for whatever you're capable of doing, and that's that.
Yeah, you have to.
Exactly.
And once they open up the market, like right now, they're basically letting they're gonna be like, all right, you,
right,
you. It's like the club.
Yeah.
When they open it up. But I feel like once they open up the market, you're gonna start seeing innovation start happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the stores are gonna see a big difference once the delivery services open up.
Oh my God, that's a game changer.
Once some nerdy kid comes up with an app.
I know.
And he's just sitting in his mom's basement.
I
just
know,
like
waiting to
an
launch
empire.
it. I know.
Playing World of Warcraft. Or what are they playing now? What's the new one? Playing Fortnite. Playing Fortnite.
Can you explain what that is?
I can't.
Fortnite?
Okay, yeah.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's really fun.
So what is it?
So I play it with my little brother.
But what's the purpose?
It's a video game.
It's a video game. It's kind of like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So everybody starts out on this bus, and then everybody jumps out on like a certain spot on this island. Mm-hmm. And every 2 minutes, a storm comes in, and it takes the area of play and brings it in, and brings it in, and brings it in, and brings it in. So you can't camp out. You have to actually be active. And it's like every man for themselves, 100 people, or going with duos. So you could go me and you could go play against 50 other teams.
So we create alliances?
So me and you, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to play Fortnite. You want to play Fortnite? We would link up together on Xbox, PlayStation. Jump into the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can we invite John?
We can. They do 50 on 50 now. They do 50 on 50 battle royales that are crazy. To be honest with you, it's so much fun.
Just jump into. I know. That's why I stay away from video games because they're so addicting.
No, I play it at 2 in the morning.
I'm not saying technical difficulties part 2. Fortnite crashed the system.
I wasn't explaining it good enough. That's why.
But
no, you're very transparent. So are you.
You think so?
Yeah.
We try to be.
Yeah.
We try to be honest. Keep it 100, as the kids say.
You twisted that quick.
Keep it 100.
I've literally been trying to get it to stick for the last 2 minutes because it just won't stick. I don't know what's going on.
That's really what made it.
It's all right. It's the day.
It is, dude. It's a rough day. Dude, one time I was in the studio and the engineer was having the worst day ever. His hard drive crashed on one of his hard drives on one of his computers. He lost 6 months of people's work, clients' work. And he was had to recreate it all and yada yada. And he was having the worst day ever. And he spun around real quick and knocked his coffee mug over and it broke. And I was like, dude, this is just the worst. I felt so bad. I don't want to be
awful.
here.
What do you do in that circumstance? Do you step back? Do you
you gotta stop for a minute.
Okay.
You gotta smoke a blunt.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you gotta go smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
You gotta get some all right, I need to smoke this until I don't care. And then I can actually make real moves to fix this.
Seriously.
Because I feel like that's what gets people really nervous is they get caught up in the moment and their emotions get them and they get the blood flowing and then they can't think. If you just take that minute, step back, take a look.
Fucking therapist. Love it.
Yeah. What else? What do you want to work out? What do you got? Let's work out some stuff.
Real talk, I got this blushing disease whenever I go into like anything that I'm like, I don't know, maybe to pitch or maybe I'm passionate or maybe I'm sad. Just start getting tomato red. It's fucking the worst.
Red?
Oh my God, it's the worst. It's fine, but at this point in my life, it's like
it's like you're used to.
It's like, yeah, I'm definitely used to it.
I don't know what else to do about that.
This is the problem I was having with the leaf that I tried.
You know why? Because that one's extra thick, and that's why I was like, I don't.
Maybe that's what the one I got.
Where was your
super thick.
box that you were given at the barbecue?
That was 2 years ago.
Very wet.
It was 2 years ago, yeah.
That was very wet.
I
just jumped into it, and I feel like we know each other better now.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm actually just gonna go backwards.
Oh, fuck. It's like completely undone.
That was and that's how it got here.
Shouts to Franco.
So what's your?
Oh, I got this little bullshit thing. A little hemp.
There's definitely more weed in this grinder.
Is there no more weed in there? There's weed in here too.
It's not
I
bullshit.
said there definitely is more weed
It's not
in here.
bullshit.
Oh,
Did you feel bad throwing away your toys when you were younger?
Always.
Right.
I feel like I had just.
Do you feel like I know you now? Now that I just
do.
said that, I feel like we just connected.
I like to hold on to things.
It's a little better.
You're right about that.
I do too. I get it. I used to be like, man, what if this thing has an actual soul? What if this little stuffed animal is like, what the fuck? You're throwing me away?
I've never rolled one of these. What is this?
Kind of interesting.
Is this like, it smells like a fucking blunt wrap? Is that what it is?
No, it's well, yeah, it is technically, but they are called a high hemp organic. Oh, it's a wrap. You're right.
It's like organic.
But it's vegan. Fucking talk about the keto. We're on a keto vegan diet with cannabis.
Check this out. Is that even hitting yet? No.
Good
Falling
luck.
apart.
Enjoy yourself.
You gotta like play the trumpet, I guess.
I don't have a trumpet. I told my kids I knew how to play the trumpet.
I have the biggest obsession with saxophones.
Saxophones?
Yes. I think, not sure why, but I like it.
Like jazz saxophone?
Yeah.
There's worse things to have obsessions
Yeah,
with.
but there's that, and then
Just
I see
the
this
instrument?
like
Like you just
love them, but
you
the
love the
crisscross
instrument?
between hip hop and that, it's just fucking instrumental, you know?
Okay. Oh, so you like what was that song? Like a few, I don't know, like 5 years ago. Talk dirty to me. Yeah.
I like that.
I get you.
I know.
Dude.
Thank you.
That was the jam. I like that song.
I just want to make this.
I love everything's just getting real silent. We're all just
I'm,
smoking
like,
and rolling up.
Like thinking out loud. I'm like, how do I make this tighter?
I'm giving it
But I
back to
can't-
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, sure.
Sorry, I skipped him for a second.
That's all right.
fine.
He's fine.
I feel like the bottom of this looks like a bro on Nantucket with his shirt open. He's like, bro, where you want to go next, bro? Hey, you want to go get some beers, kid? Let's do it. Look at him.
Fucking ridiculous.
Or Dracula. One or the other. Whichever one's your favorite. You watch wrestling? It's The Undertaker.
He was, I think, my
Let me
favorite.
see that thing.
And
Let me
do
see
you
that,
know
bro.
you know, I used to watch it with my brothers, but I think I remember that he burnt his parents' house down.
Yeah, and then his brother Kane emerged from the fire and came back, and Paul Bear turned on. Spoiler alert: Paul Bear turns on him in 1997.
Oh, that's crazy.
I can spark
That's
that
so
if you
crazy.
want.
Is that blunt? That's weed in there? Wow, you rolled that quick too.
Is
I want. Is there a weed Olympics?
Can I? Yes, there is. People like I've been part of one.
Are you saying yes, there is? Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna make one, and I'll invite you guys.
No, I just think I was part of a company who did weed Olympics. It was crazy. So
Do they do it every 4 years?
No, it was the first year. It was cool though. They made us like roll a joint. They made us like smell weed and kind of like, I guess, pick which strain it was out of the smell
Oh, okay.
of
Okay.
the jar. And then there was
Tested your ninja skills. I got you.
yeah, and like a weigh-in competition, like your like weigh-in skill if you can drop an eighth,
Oh, okay.
which I thought was kind of interesting.
That's fun.
And
Do they still do that?
I don't know. I'm not part of the company, but I think it was so cool.
That's
So
pretty cool.
I don't know if they're.
I think that you should promote that though.
We
Can
should
you
do-
like that?
Sure.
Do you always get this high, Alli?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, usually.
See what the Jets get.
Dude, everybody's gonna boo. I guarantee if we turn this up, it's just gonna go boo. Doesn't matter who they get.
We're watching the NFL
Sam
draft right
Darnold.
now. For
That's
anyone
your
just
future,
listening,
guys. Enjoy that.
Yeah, real exciting.
He's been playing in Southern California. He's
Oh,
probably
that's a tight suit.
that is a tight suit.
Oh, he's got. He's,
That's what
he's fun.
That blunt looks like him on Nantucket this summer.
Oh man, does anybody want that? It's kind of hard to.
Don't give up.
Never give up.
Never give
I
up.
like
John
that.
Cena would be very disappointed if you gave up.
At least the references are slightly less obscure this episode.
What, John Cena?
John
Yeah,
Cena
no.
and The Undertaker, and they're not. Well, the one Funky Monkey reference, I guess, was a little obscure. Oh man, we need to get like money for these things we joke
Cut the
about all the
bottom
time.
off this girl real quick. I thought we were gonna work together. I was gonna hold it. It was like surgery with a chainsaw.
You know my cousin Megan Bennett?
No, I don't think so.
Well, aren't you familiar with John?
John who?
Oh, I know.
He's like a fighter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know your.
Oh,
I don't know her.
they're together.
Oh, okay.
But I know John.
Okay.
Love him.
Yeah, he's a
Sweet-
good guy.
Yeah,
Great guy.
Sweet as a girl.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Megan.
I didn't know her last name.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know her last
Shout
name.
Megan's
out.
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Shout out
okay.
Sweezy and Megan.
Yeah, we were just with them the other day.
Oh, good stuff.
What, Sunday? What day was it? Oh, it wasn't you. It was
She
Eric.
had
I was
a-
with Eric. I was with
She
them the
had
other
a
day.
kick-ass flapper party for her 30th. It was so cute. Her John actually threw it for her.
That's right. I
We
remember
had
that.
that was one of the first nights that we had our kids. So we could
Oh,
go
sweet.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the
But
first night
not-
we had. It was one of the first nights my daughter had some shit going on that I needed to be at.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we didn't go. We want
I
my
didn't
wife was
realize
pissed.
who you were talking about. Yeah, that's your cousin?
Megan is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, small world.
Very small.
Interesting. Yeah, we just saw them in Easton. I was with Latab and we went over to someone's house for a
Do
barbecue.
you know? Do
Cool.
you know Latab?
I don't.
Oh.
Is he from this area?
He's from
Hingham.
he's from Hingham, but no,
He's from Hartford, but he lived
I
in
don't
Hingham.
think
he went to
would
high
know
school
him.
with
He
me.
wouldn't know.
In the cannabis space?
No.
No, he's a rapper.
Yeah, I love how we're
How many
like,
rappers do you know? Over under 10.
I don't know them personally, but I feel like I've been associated with a lot just because of just.
Did you know John's a rapper?
I did.
He's lying.
No, I'm just kidding. He's not a rapper.
It's funny.
You're
We're
not.
actually, no, I'm not. I'm really not. She thinks I was fucking with her now. No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
no,
I've
no.
never rapped.
He's
No,
really
no.
not a rapper. I told him
No,
earlier.
but that's
he should
just
be a
you do
rapper.
production entertainment. You're a
I do a lot. I shoot a lot of
You're-
music
of
videos,
course. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm familiar with a lot of rappers. Does that go that way or this way?
No, I just
Just going back
it's
and
just
forth
hilarious.
like
I was
this.
so young in my brother's studio, so young, and he had just people in and out all the time.
Right. Yeah, her brother's a rapper, so definitely over 10. I would bet on over 10 if we were betting.
Yeah, but I don't want to bet because I don't like know that. I just
Well,
I
we're not-
you
we're not actually
put
betting.
$500 on the table right now.
Right.
We're betting
I don't
on
want
this.
to bet.
I don't have it with me.
Check your phone. Do you have 10 rappers' phone numbers?
Venmo the money to John, and we'll sort this out next week.
Yeah, so this has been fun.
This
What
tastes
else do
pretty
we have
good.
to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does taste good. What I asked you what it is 3 times. I don't need
Yeah,
to
but
know
I
again.
don't know what it's an interesting
vegan.
flavor. Yeah, it's vegan.
It's organic.
Vegan.
It's good.
It's vegan. You
for the
can
kids.
inhale this into your lung. You take the
Yeah,
smoke
right.
into your
It's great
lungs
for you.
the vegan way.
This is a cool little thing you got going on, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do people enjoy doing this?
I hope so. Do you
Yeah.
enjoy doing this?
We certainly do.
Okay, it's fantastic. You're
Okay,
a great
cool.
host, the
Thanks.
both
Thanks.
of you.
Yeah, we have fun.
Okay.
We do. Sometimes it's just us, and we just get really high and just
That
joke
gets
about
weird.
things that nobody fucking. I'm like, all right, this is getting way.
Remember
too
that
ridiculous.
third episode of Seinfeld, 1996? Let's talk about it for a half hour.
But we won't even tell them that what episode it is or what show it is. We'll just be making obscure references the whole time.
We just let the cannabis. It's me, John, and then the cannabis, and then our guest, and then
Yeah.
we just kind of let it go wherever it goes. That's why the prep for the show is usually like, what do you want to talk about, and that's it.
Yeah, we didn't really. We were busy recording something else right before you got here, and I was like, I should have done a little bit of research. And then, or he said,
I honestly like
and
it.
I said, research.
I honestly like it. I feel like we get to really have a true conversation live.
I agree.
So I feel like it's all real. Like everything that people are seeing is real. So if, like,
I know. It's all real.
This is all real.
It's all real.
All of it.
Oh my God. That was great.
I was so like
That was a
ready
good
to go.
pivot.
I was like in it.
Right.
I was 75% of the way through, coming through with like a hammer real quick, and he was like, "I know."
Hit him with a joke. Jokes over everything.
Jokes over everything.
Oh man.
Do you like comedy?
I like Kevin Hart. I watch a lot of Netflix, like stand-ups.
Okay.
Who have you been watching recently?
I saw the kid who recently left SNL. Tall, skinny guy. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
White guy,
We know
black
you're
guy.
listening, but we're sorry. I like the way you did that. She knows how many people are listening. I know he's gonna get back to him, so forgive me.
It might.
Listen, guys.
It might, but he was interesting. Clearly, I don't comprehend much of his you know what he's trying to say, but he was.
I haven't watched much recent stuff. Like the Bill Burr newer stuff is the most recent special I've seen, which is not that new anymore.
There's a new.
Oh, I seen Dave Chappelle.
The new Dave Chappelle's are
that
amazing.
one. I did. That was good.
New Dave Chappelle's are good. Anthony Jeselnik is in Boston right
He
now.
keeps talking about him. I'm not
Who?
really familiar with him.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Okay.
Do you like super offensive comedy?
I've only seen Joe Coy.
I don't know who that is.
No,
I don't know.
Like
He's
really, really offensive comedy.
Okay, no. I mean, I don't really have that humor.
One of his jokes is like, when I was a kid, I used to ask my parents if I could have a treehouse, and they would say, "No, Anthony, we have to keep living in the van."
Oh.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Oh no, it gets way worse. That was like the nicest joke I think he's ever told. I started off there because I didn't want to give her too much negativity. She seems like a lot of positivity, and I didn't want to bring like the sadness in.
True.
But yeah,
Thank you for that.
he's a savage.
Yeah, I've never really listened to his stuff. But I'm sure he's good.
But yeah, no,
Been right
there's
about
some
a couple
good.
things.
Netflix is throwing a lot of money at comedians, and I love it
I do too.
because that's all I really want to watch anyway.
Exactly.
Because I feel like everything's been corrupted now with politics, so nobody wants it. So now everybody just wants to laugh. Everybody's done.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody's just done.
yeah. I mean,
The last election cycle, everybody's done. So now everybody's like, nope, just tell me jokes and shut the fuck up. Like, that's all I want to hear is jokes.
True.
Joke to me about water.
I don't know really how to tell a joke. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
I know.
It's interesting. I don't think you know. I'm sure you.
No,
I don't-
it's.
So you've never
like,
told a
now
joke
I'm
ever?
confused. Now I'm like, do I know how to tell a joke? What have I been doing wrong this whole time?
We come to find out she knows way more about
Right,
jokes
that's
than
what
we
I
do.
was thinking.
No, I feel like people have this like wild natural. Like you're funny. Maybe
She looks at me. She's like, "What can I
You're-
say about him that's nice?"
No, but like I.
You have a
can't-
nice haircut.
But I can't come up with a joke. Like I can't come up with it and like tell a joke from start to end. Like there's like an outlet. I don't know. Like there's just
It's not your
So like an
world.
actual. See, I don't think I can write like real jokes.
Yeah,
like
I'm not
what do you
like
call like a light fixture facing an Irish guy? Like I don't have those jokes in me. You know what I mean? I'm like a sarcasm joke guy.
Yeah.
I need to
You're
have.
witty. Like that's witty to me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So you're just quick. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Nice.
Maybe I need
Thanks.
to become more. I'm like so
Compliments.
complimentary.
I like it. You're coming on every week.
Right.
This pink champagne's wild.
That is good weed.
Blame it on the weed. All right.
This is great.
So yeah, we're trying to find some comedy shows we need to go to.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Why is he coming to town?
I think he's coming to Boston in July.
Is
Take
he?
the fam for 2 G's.
Take the whole
I
family.
know, that's
$2,000. Sit up in the
Sitting in the
back.
nosebleeds, yeah.
That's insane. That's
Remember
crazy.
Dave Chappelle
Com-
joked about?
Dude,
Was it Dave
comedians are
Chappelle that
doing
was joking
stadiums.
about how much his tickets were?
Yeah.
He's like, my son wanted to go see Kevin Hart.
he was
Tickets
like,
were like $200 or something. Mine only $80.
this is Dave Chappelle. I want to come.
It's funny how like it's principle. It's like
I'm
like,
not paying to go
that.
see him. I'm paying that much to go see Kevin
Are you paying
Hart.
to see another man? But how you gonna take your kid to see another man perform? You're gonna watch make another man make your kid laugh right in front of you.
Right in front of your wife. Oh my goodness.
Fair enough.
No, it was
Okay, so now you have to explain it.
right. There was a Dame Dash. You know who he is?
She hit us with the
Yeah, she goes. She's like, okay, and that one way over my head. No, Dame Dash just had an interview on The Breakfast Club, and he was like, he went crazy. He was like, I like his point, but you know when someone like talks themselves off a cliff, he was like, basically like you should be an entrepreneur and you should make your own money and be your own boss, and that's how you should do it. And then some people are like, well, what's wrong with working for somebody, saving up some money and doing that? And he's like, well, you know, which is normal thought process. And he was like, my son sells cookies. He's an entrepreneur, you know, and just like in Harlem, like we don't work for another man. And, you know, and so like Twitter lost it, and Twitter was like, you know, like tweet like Dame Dash was a very popular hashtag. And people were just like in Harlem, we swim borough to borough. How you gonna walk across a bridge another man built? Like, you know, and just
Fair
like
enough.
a seatbelt. How you gonna let something hold you back in front of your kids? Like, so it was just like they just took his premise and just ran with it. So now it's just
amazing.
Like 5 years later, an ongoing joke with us still.
The internet's really good at that.
Thank you for explaining.
Like,
Just beating a joke to death.
well, see, I was
the interlock. That's how you celebrate with somebody and drinks champagne.
I was just thinking the same
I'm all
thing.
set. We'll celebrate. We'll interlock arms and drink champagne. This is a joyous evening.
Yeah.
Can you like double arm? Is that cool? Can we all like
I think we definitely could.
Stone Cold?
Speaking of Stone Cold, you saw the Stone Cold ET video I sent you?
I did. That's insane.
Ridiculous.
The world that we live in is an insane place.
Somebody have you seen that on
No,
YouTube?
explain.
No. So obviously you know Stone Cold.
Yeah.
It's literally
Somebody-
exactly what it sounds like.
Somebody goes through a drive-through with an ET mask on, doing a Stone Cold impression.
They're like, "Hey man,"
It's so weird,
funny.
and it's just like called Stone Cold ET, and it's old, and it like just went viral.
I want a
Everyone
sandwich,
loved
and
it.
that's the
Everyone
bottom
loved
line.
Yeah, and my buddy just got a tattoo of Stone Cold ET,
That's usually
and
what
now
happens.
that kind of made me go revisit it. You know.
People get weird tattoos.
Yeah,
People
I
get
have a
crazy
couple weird
tattoos. Do you have any tattoos?
I do.
What's the craziest tattoo you have?
I have I recently just got it. Me and my sister go every year to get a tattoo.
Every year?
Yeah, for the last 10 years. It's
Oh,
kinda
okay, wow.
crazy.
So you have 10 tattoos.
Yeah, I have about that.
Oh,
I
nice.
have a bowl of faux soup.
Okay. That's not as ridiculous as mine. But
Nope.
But that's all I had. You know,
Yeah,
that's
it's
probably
pretty
my most
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I
But
like
I
jokes.
love faux soup.
I mean, hey, if you love it, you love it, right? I think it's just so funny what people think to tattoo on their bodies. Because it's like you're writing a story,
True.
you know, and it's everybody's story is different, and everybody's tattoos mean different things.
Very true.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
don't understand the like. I don't know. I like jokes, so mixing a joke and a tattoo seems funny to me.
It's like, knock,
you know,
knock,
like-
who's there? My forearm.
Like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not big on like word. I'm not huge on getting words. Like I see people like.
I have words all over me.
Yeah.
Tread lightly. I
Alright,
have
so
words right
what-
here.
Go,
Oh,
go one for one.
Do you
What
have a ridiculous tattoo?
Oh, yeah, I did have a
What's
ridiculous
your most
tattoos.
ridiculous tattoo?
I have I did this one. So this is a picture of me holding a microphone, and it says, what's it say?
Everything I've ever done was
out of fear of being mediocre.
That's pretty fucking interesting.
Right? Says a lot. Says a lot about a person. And then I just never
Is that
finished
you
it.
in a
I just never finished
Pretty
it.
mediocre.
So think about that. That was very
Pretty
mediocre of me. You better stop acting mediocre if you don't want to be mediocre.
What's your mic connected to?
I think my hand.
Okay.
Allegedly. we never really worked on it. This is something I gotta work on in the future.
I kind of like it.
I mean, I
don't
also
think
have
it's I have
this.
It's not that
it's not really
ridiculous.
Yours bowl of soup's more ridiculous.
I have this.
Yeah, it's also one.
Well, you're a Bostonian. Well,
I
guess
had this before the fucking town, by the way, everybody. I had this well before Originator.
I'm proud of you.
Nobody had this shit when I got this shit.
No one ever saw that before.
Nobody ever thought about it.
This is
ever.
original design right here. Original artwork.
Let me tell you a story. So I was sitting there one day and I was smoking and I was like, I have a forearm. I'm from Massachusetts. I wonder if anybody thought to combine the two of those.
Oh, man.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And then I was like, hey, the state of Massachusetts is a lot shorter east to west than I remember. We're going to have to elongate it to fit my arm better. We'll go lottery symbol. So this is actually the lottery symbol. Massachusetts is like this thing.
That's ridiculous. So it is. It's original design somewhere.
There was a
Original
good
design.
ridiculous explanation, so fair.
Me, I have a brain tattoo.
I wasn't done.
The
but
character
that's cool.
from. Oh, I thought that was. I asked you what your most ridiculous. You got name two. I got two. All my tattoos are ridiculous. Brain's pretty much definitely my most ridiculous tattoo.
A legit brain.
Yeah, you've never seen the Little Dicky video, Pillow Talking, where
his brain
Brain's
is a cameo.
yeah, Brain. I'll show you.
Yeah,
No, it's on my leg.
Show it off.
It's Brain.
Oh,
Brain.
nice.
So Brain actually has an album
He
that
is
just
a
came
brain.
out. Yeah, he's Brain.
He's a brain with arms and legs
Yep.
and a face.
Right, and he talks and he makes songs.
And he's very smart
Yeah,
once you get him going.
and he's in charge of the whole operation.
Who's behind the brain?
Little Dicky,
Little
Oh,
Dicky.
okay.
but it's fucking genius.
It is really good.
Because Lil Dicky couldn't make it himself, or Lil Dicky he made it.
Little Dicky made a song featuring Brain, and
Okay.
it was like, now like the perspective gets to shift.
I
you
know,
what I mean?
Little Dicky, but like, what does he do? Is
He raps, but he's a comedian as well. He's
Okay.
kind of like
He's
yeah.
like a fake rapper. He talks about how
He
small
makes-
his dick is.
Okay.
It's another reference from one of his videos, dude. He's just like, he's funny. He's got a marketing background, I think, in college. Like that's
Okay.
what he did. So he's really good at like he knows
Yeah,
how to
yeah,
sell
yeah.
himself, and he's played this character pretty well, and he's just funny. His concepts for videos and songs are ridiculous, and they're different, and yeah, he's just a riot.
I
So
like that.
this like he's created this character, and now the character released a whole EP, and there's like 6 more songs,
And it's good.
and it's actually it's fucking hilarious. Like
And the
You
game's on
wouldn't-
one of the
Well,
songs.
now I have to listen to it.
Yeah,
I'll get back to you.
Oh, it's good. It's
Alright.
good too.
Yeah.
He's really good. So
we'll have you
it's-
come back next month.
All right, perfect.
We'll have a checklist for you. Listen to Brain EP.
The
fucking
brain EP.
homework for
What else
fucking-
did we give her for homework?
Oh,
Come back
man.
with more compliments.
Perfect. Done.
Right. I don't know. I think that's probably good. I don't know what else we can
Whatever, man.
joke about.
I liked it. This was great.
Good. I'm glad you had fun. We'll definitely have you back. I think this is the best one we've had in a while. I've had a lot of, most fun I've had.
Yeah,
in recent
absolutely.
weeks.
We went through like a 3 podcast stint where we were getting really, really high before them.
Yeah. Like,
Before we even began.
yeah, we started off laughing too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
We were surprised we were alive.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to both of us.
Right.
It's a bonus though.
Right.
I mean, if you watch it, if you watch them all, you know what's coming. 'Cause
Yeah, we pretty much openly talk about all our business plans. It's funny to watch. He said, "Go watch episode 3." We were totally just had a business meeting on air, and then we followed through. Look, we actually did what we said we
That's
were gonna
awesome.
do, and I was
That's
like, "That's
awesome.
funny."
Yeah, it was like stuff that I was like, oh, we should do this, and he was like, yeah, we should definitely do that. And we could do it like this. I was like, oh, that'd be great. All right, after this, we're gonna do that, and then
We did it. We're proud of ourselves.
we're very
Right.
proud of ourselves.
Well, that's the secret.
Doing stuff.
Yes.
Actually, you see, we tell everybody we don't do anything. but
Exactly.
We actually we do
Exactly.
some stuff.
But the real secret is how you think is how you feel, and if you attract it, then you get it. So if you're thinking about it, then
Oh, this is all. We
She'll be
think
back
about.
with a success course next week for you guys. That's subscription only though, $9.99 a month. All right, guys, you want to plug the foundation one more time?
yeah, please keepforhope.org is our website. We're all over social media, Instagram, Facebook. And if you're in Stoughton, please drop a key at Town Spa Pizza and say hi to Susie.
Right on. All right,
Thanks for
take care.
listening, everybody.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.